Hi, my name is Rick Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip, and what we have for sale here today is a Cat 420D. We're going to talk a little bit about the mechanics of this particular machine in the first clip, the operating specs in the second. We'll run it in the third. Price on a new machine these days is bumping 95 to 100,000. I had a buddy of mine that bought one for 110,000. Of course, it had a cab and had auxiliary hydraulics, but still, they're getting up there. As far as manufacturers go, Caterpillar's #1 in the world of heavy construction mining equipment. It's not because they're cheap. They build good, solid, reliable, reputable machines that stand the test of time. This particular machine weighs 16,000 pounds. The widest point is the bucket, which is 7 foot 6 inches. The highest point is the top of the cab, which is 9 foot 1 inch, and the transportation length when this machine is in transport profile with from here all the way to the front of the bucket is 23 feet. Comparable machines are like a John Deere 310 or maybe a Case 580. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like most of the machines we purchased, is an original owner Dallas, Texas machine. It's got no rust on it. I mean, you'll see surface rust here and there, but that's just where somebody put their foot and, you know, rubbed the paint off. But this machine has no pervasive rust, I should say. It's just all surface rust, you know, where they bumped up against a trailer or against up a hill or whatever. We're far enough south and we're 300 miles from the ocean, so the only salt we see is the salt on our kitchen tables. This machine comes from a large, well-organized contractor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that had a comprehensive maintenance program that rivals some of the best I've seen. We, as well as our customers, have been happy with all the machines we purchased from these guys, and it should be said that before I buy any machine, I have my mechanics thoroughly inspected. And before I write a check for a machine, if the numbers are right, then I go out and inspect it. And so we're real careful about the machines we buy. As far as options go, this machine is a 4-wheel drive machine. Does it have a key battery disconnect? The engine is a 85 horsepower Cat 3054. It's got a 34-gallon tank that'll run 12 to 14 hours depending on your application. All the fluid levels on this tractor are where they should be. It's mechanically sound. There's no leaks. Everything on this machine works. Transmission runs through all the gears without any problem. Top speed is 20 miles per hour in forward and reverse. Brake stop it on a dime. Again, this is a 4-wheel drive machine. You can see the tires are in really good shape. They're probably about 85% in the front, 95% in the back. The rear tires are 19.5 24s. And the front tires, these are big front tires. These are 12.5 they're 12.5/80s. I can't see the thing, but they're 12.5s. Most backhoes have got 10.5. You can see that New Holland right there has got a smaller tire. The hydraulics are strong. The pins and the bushings are relatively tight. The cutting edge, if you can see there, is probably about 85%. It hasn't been turned. As far as that bucket goes, that bucket is 7 foot 6 inches wide. It's 2 foot 10 inches tall, and it's 2 foot 8 inches deep. It's a 1 1/3 yard bucket. The loader breakout force is 10,000 pounds. The lifting capacity of the loader is 6,400 pounds. This backhoe here, the bucket width on this thing is, I forgot to get a measurement, but I'd say it's a 24-inch bucket. That capacity is probably about maybe about a quarter of a yard. The maximum dig depth for this machine is 14.5 feet. The maximum reach at ground level from that center swivel is 18.5 feet. The maximum height, dig height, is 12 feet. And the maximum breakout force is 14,700 pounds. We're going to run it in the next clip. Okay, real quick, this is a picture of the cab. Here's your forward and reverse. This is your lights. These are lights also. I'm going from memory here, but I think this is your boom lockout. I think these are lights also. I think this one right here is an engine glow plug. And I don't remember what that's for, but I'll turn this on to show you that all the gauges are working. It's not going to show any temperature because we just started it. This is your throttle lever, stabilizer, lockout, joystick controls.